Okay, so happy day. It's Saturday morning at Ironwood American Bistro, and I teach cooking classes, but I've been so busy, the restaurant's been busy with catering and business that I haven't had a chance to do a class on a Saturday morning. So we're going to do a demo of how to blanch vegetables. Over here we've got a pot of water. It's at a rapid boil. It's about 4 quarts, and we're going to add about 2 tablespoons of salt to this. Salt's very important because salt brings out the flavor of things. And the reason why we blanch vegetables is to improve the flavor of them. You know, just throwing raw vegetables into a pan with some butter, it's not going to cook through and it's going to burn on the outside. So this is how we do it at the restaurant. I've got some broccoli here, some asparagus, and some Brussels sprouts. I figured that would be like a nice starting point as far as what most people eat. One of the reasons why I blanch Brussels sprouts is because it removes a little bit of the bitterness to it. Instead of just throwing it into an oven to roast, this yields a much better product. And you end up using less salt because the salt penetrates at a cellular level when you blanch it in the water. So we're going to start with broccoli. I'm just going to drop this in. Make sure that it's all submerged. You'll notice that the water has stopped boiling, or appears to have stopped boiling. It's going to recover and begin to boil again. This takes about, I usually blanch broccoli for about 2 minutes. The asparagus will be a little bit less because it's thinner. And the Brussels sprouts will probably also be about 2 minutes. Now, if the broccoli was larger or the Brussels sprouts were larger, we'd go a few minutes, an extra minute longer. Usually I click it up by 30 seconds per blanching time period. So I have an ice bath over here, and the ice bath is important because we want to stop the cooking process. We want those vegetables to stay nice and bright and green. So you can see that here, the broccoli actually looks greener now than it did before it went into the water. We're about at a minute so far for the blanching. I'll let it go another 30 seconds. I do use a digital timer. They're great. There's nothing wrong with timing things. It makes for consistency. So I'm going to shake off the water, and I'm going to take it over here and make sure that broccoli is down in there nicely so it cools quickly. You'll notice that I have a perforated pan here inside another pan so that when this broccoli is cool, I can pull it out and put it into the perforated pan so that the excess water can drain off. And that leads to my second point, that how long these vegetables can be kept for. Usually 2 to 3 days, as long as they're handled properly. And part of the handling properly is making sure that we get all the excess water off of them, because water tends to dissolve things. So we've got our Brussels sprouts going. I'm going to walk over here and check and make sure that the broccoli is cool. It's almost there. We want to make sure that it's completely cooled. We'll put it into here. We'll let the water drain off, and then we'll put it into a separate container, cover it and date it, and we'll keep it in the walk-in or in your home fridge. At service time or at home, a nice hot pan with a little bit of butter in it. With not having to add any extra salt, and that gives like a really nice side dish. So I'll show that to you guys. about a half an ounce. Pan's gonna make a little bit of noise. I'm gonna grab some Brussels sprouts here that were already blanched. Bit of that sizzle.